Welcome to MarcusG.TV. I'm Chef Marcus Giuliano. I'm a chef on a mission. Today's mission is running in the cold.
And Jamie is here. Don't forget.
That's right. Jamie's here too. Today's mission is running in the cold. Now, I belong to a Facebook group, and you might think this is crazy.
I think you're crazy anyway, on everything you do. So this is going to be part of the craziness that I think. So go ahead.
I belong to a group out there on Facebook called Ultra and Trail Running. And somebody posed a question the other day. Is it too cold to run, or what is it? How cold? When is it too cold to run? And is it too cold to run right now? You know, in basically those contexts.
What was the question?
The question was how cold is it that everybody runs? What's everybody's cutoff temperature? What do you think the answers were, Jamie? The majority of the group answered the same. Not the majority of the group, but the majority of the answers were the same.
I think most people who are ultra runners are not going to care about the temperature. They're just going to dress accordingly.
Or trail runners.
Or trail runners. They're just going to dress accordingly. I mean, that would be my thoughts on it. So I don't think we get those low temperatures where people aren't going to trail run.
Right.
Or run at all.
Run at all.
Because you're insane to begin with to do that running and trail running and ultra marathons and things like that. So what does it matter if it's cold or if it's not cold?
Just as a disclaimer, you do run. So let's not let the crowd think that you're anti-runner.
Oh, no. I'm not anti-running. I just think that you guys are crazy for running as much as you do.
As much as we do.
Right.
Because you go out for 3 miles, 4 miles, 5 miles. You and I did a great 6-mile trail run back in September that we had a great time on.
We did.
So you're not anti-running.
No,
you're just.
I'm definitely not anti-running.
Because a lot of people are just anti-running. You know, I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, some people are, you know, if the escalator's broke, they'll wait for it to be fixed rather than take the stairs. You're not one of those people by any means.
No. I'm definitely not anti-running, but I do think that ultra marathoners and people who run in the extreme cold and trail running in the snow are crazy people.
Okay.
That's just my personal opinion because that's not for me.
It's not for you. So, of course, I ran in the snow today.
And what did I tell you?
Don't complain to me.
Right. I don't want to hear it. If you choose to do it, then don't complain.
Today's trail run was insanely awesome. I went with a buddy of mine, Ken Posner. Ken Posner is an amazing ultra runner. He has set numerous records. He holds a record on the Shawangunk Ridge Trail. He holds which is a 74-mile ridge trail. He holds a record for the Long Path, which does from George Washington Bridge in Manhattan all the way through the parks in upstate New York to the Adirondacks. He holds a record on that. He also holds a record on the Badwater Double, which is a 292-mile foot excursion from Death Valley to Mount Whitney and back. He holds a record for that, like 92 hours. So he messaged me yesterday. He goes, Marcus, let's go on a run tomorrow. And I said, of course, you know. So we had an awesome 13.5-mile run today. Some places we were up to almost, I don't want to say knee deep, but a few inches under our knees where some of the drifts were. And we ran up on the mountain. It was probably 15 degrees out on the mountain, very windy. Everything was snow covered, and it was incredible. Now, you would never even think of doing
I would never do that.
You wouldn't
My
even go
feet would not be cold.
You wouldn't even go skiing if it was that cold, probably.
We went skiing last year, and it was super cold. It was like 5 degrees at the top of the mountain.
That's right.
And I was miserable.
You were miserable.
So it is not worth it to me to be miserable while doing something.
So I posted some really cool pictures on my Facebook if you get onto over there.
For me, it's not worth it.
Chef on a Mission on Facebook, Chef on a Mission, Chef Marcus Giuliano. You can see some cool trail runs that I've been doing in the snow and everything. Really awesome. So a lot of the answers on this group were...
Oh yeah, let's go back to the question because we got completely sidetracked. So the question is, what temperature
is acceptable
to run?
-20. There were so many comments, -20. As long as you're dressed properly.
Which doesn't happen around here, so that was my point.
That doesn't happen here. Now, last year I ran all through the winter, and I ran into snowstorms and everything because I was inspired last year of an article that I read in January in Runner's World online. There was a gentleman in Siberia, one of the coldest inhabitable towns of Siberia, and he said, I want to set the record for running the coldest marathon. Typically, his town gets to -60. So on New Year's Day, I think through the night, he organized his own marathon, wanted people to sign up for it. Nobody signed up for it. He was the only crazy one up there. And he was upset because it only got to like -30, and really it's indicative to go to -60 that time of the year. But needless to say, he holds the record for running the coldest marathon. It took him like 5.5 hours, something like that. -30 and below. And after I read that, I said, you know what? I can go out in 10 degrees. I can go out in 0 degrees. And here's been my key to going out. Because people say, how do you do it, Marcus? They see me, they come back, they see me running on the streets or wherever they get to the restaurant, they say, Marcus, how do you do it? You have to dress properly. It's all about getting the right clothes, getting the right gear.
My fingertips would be so numb, it doesn't work.
So once I bought the right gear, and you know I have like 4 or 5 pairs of gloves. For every temperature range, I have the masks, I have the hats, I have everything. I have what do I have, like 5, 6 running jackets. I have all these compression shirts, I have all these layers. And once I was able to find the right gear, get the right gear, running became so much easier. Now in my trail run today with Ken, we didn't really have the best gear. We were running in sneakers in the snow. Yeah, we should have had really snowshoes at certain points of this run. There was another gentleman out there going to High Point on the Gunks, and he had snowshoes on. And of course we passed him. He was just lacing his snowshoes up, getting them on, and we passed him. And
does he run without them, and then when he needs them, he puts them on?
I think he was just a hiker. He looked like just a hiker, but the snow was deep. The snow was getting deep up there, and it was light, fluffy snow. And right after we got through the Sam's Point, we're talking about Sam's Point at the Gunks in the Strongwood Mountain Range in upstate New York. And right past we got to the parking lot, and we started going up to the lake. Nobody else had. This was uncharted snow, and we made the left on the High Point carriage. It was all uncharted.
So they don't plow it?
They don't plow it.
Oh.
They do not plow it.
Interesting. So they don't really probably get many hikers this time of the year then.
Believe it or not, the parking lot was pretty much full. Not full, but a good halfway filled the parking lot was, and I was shocked. I was like, wow, there's that many people here right now.
Wow.
And there were some people walking up with us as we were running past them, and there was a lot of pathways, or a lot of foot marks that for our first mile that we could actually step in other people's foot marks.
Okay.
And not get snow on our ankles. But once we made the left onto High Point carriage, there was one person's footpath in front of us, and we caught up to him very quickly. And that was it. So
how many miles did you do?
13 and a half.
Oh wow.
2,300 feet elevation gain.
Uh-huh.
And it was really an awesome time. Ken had a great time. I had a great time. I love the pictures we took. All the pine trees, the dwarf pines,
snow on them, right?
hemlocks, everything has snow on them still. So everything's thick and covered with
and white. It's very white.
Yeah. So I guess the question to ask our audience is, what is your limit in running? What's your temperature? What's your gauge?
And what is your favorite gear that you wear in the cold weather?
How many of you are snowshoers out there? There's not many snowshoers out there. There's more cross-country skiers than snowshoers. Of course, there's more downhill skiers, but that's, you get a ride to the top. But people who are out there exerting themselves, doing running, doing snowshoeing. How many of you are out there? I mean, they have running, sport running snowshoes that are more narrower and pointed.
For running.
For running, yeah. For moving at higher
moving faster
than just walking or hiking. So what's some of your favorite gears? What are some of your favorite jackets, favorite gloves? What are some of your standard go-tos? Just leave some comments if you're watching us on YouTube. That would be great. Chef Marcus Giuliano.
And Jamie.
Thanks for watching, tuning in, listening. If you like our videos, please hit like, subscribe, and leave some comments. Thanks for watching.